I'm a victim of racism who is trying to be a counter-racist. That's the title I aspire to. I'm not a counter-racist. Why? Because I haven't countered racism. And the only way I can prove that I have countered racism is that we wouldn't be having this conversation. In other words, Neely Fuller has solved the race problem. That's what a counter-racist is. So I say that everybody, this is just my opinion, should aspire to be a counter-racist.
Okay.
Racism exists. So in order to prove that you are a counter-racist, you will have to do things that have countered racism. Now, what's the measure for countering racism? Since you either have it or you don't, you would have to gotten rid of racism, period. I always say, I call it VGQ, Victims Guaranteed Qualification. Every black person's opinion of race, racism, or counter-racism may be valid, since no one has solved the race problem. So those black people who say that it's not the white supremacists that's causing black people's problems, it's black people themselves. There are many black people who say that. So I say that may be valid. What else can I say, since I have not solved the race problem myself? See, if I knew everything that about the race problem that was to be known, that means that Neely Fuller knows enough to solve the race problem, which means that Neely Fuller has solved the race problem. And since no one has solved the race problem, anybody's opinion of how to go about doing it may be valid.
But then at the same, or by the same token, it may not be valid.
And may not be valid.
Okay, all right.
No one has proven that they have the race problem solved. No one, white or non-white. People can give their opinions. I give mine. I'm on this program right now giving my opinion. That's all it is. I'm giving suggestions. That's all they are. But no one has solved the race problem.
Okay.
The person who says that they have the solution to the race problem, that means that that person has already solved the race problem. You don't have a solution to a problem that's still here. No one, that's not logical. You can't say that you have the solution to a problem and have any credibility while people still have the problem. So anybody's opinion may be valid, even if it sounds like it's way off base or doesn't make sense to the average person or whatever, but it may be.
Okay.
So the black people who say that, well, the white supremacists are not the problem for black people are their own problem. Well, you can look at that and examine it
right.
and see if it's true.
Right.
I say that the white supremacists are to blame.
But that's Neely Fuller's opinion.
But that's my opinion.
Yes.
Okay? But somebody else may examine it and say, oh, this thing called white supremacy doesn't even exist. Neely Fuller, he's way off base. Some people actually say that. They say he's old-fashioned, he's old school, he doesn't know that all the changes have been made. There's no such thing as white supremacy. There's no such thing as racism. Mm-hmm. That's all somebody's imagination. I mean, he's just a poor fella, and so just ignore him and go on about your business. Yeah. Well, when people have said that to me, I said, sure, ignore me and go on about your business. But you might find that when you go about your business, you're going to have a race problem.